Mom, why won't you let me watch the
Dexperience.
Hey, sailors!
It's the
That was a good one. I wasn't even prepped.
Hey, sailors.
Hey, sailors!
Hey, Dexters. Welcome to the Dexperience, where today we're talking about Sailor Moon, Episode 1. A moon star is born. You know, actually, just a quick thing before I forget, that font in the Moon Star is Born that we were watching, does that look like the Bewitched font?
Oh, maybe it was. Yeah, I have to say I love the art style of Sailor Moon, and
The music was really
the music.
good.
Well, we watched
Such a
the version.
bop.
Okay, just so you all know, we watched the Dick dub. Oh, yeah, it's the
I grew up with that
DIC. Which
DIC.
which was the one I grew up with as well. It was
Yeah.
the one they showed on TV. They've it's a different dub now. That's
know, wasn't
probably way more faithful to the original anime version in
This
Japan.
This one, or that we watched, or the other one?
The which one?
Which sub is more faithful?
Oh,
Dub is more faithful.
The one that we didn't watch was
Is more faithful.
yeah. Well, it's supposed to be more faithful.
Like Kai.
Yeah, it's like takes out like a lot of the stuff that they've added for this one, like the cheesy openings, or also I feel like they've also made it a bit more Power Ranger esque
Oh, yeah.
in this, although it was originally quite Power Ranger-y as well. But,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, I'll show you actually.
Oh, actually, we should reintroduce. You Dexters out there may notice that there's only two of the core four here.
Yeah,
Logan and Dennis.
That's me.
Oliver and Harry. We're still
They got
Christians.
they purchased a shack together and
Yeah.
are living their dreams.
They're living
very
in the
happy
shack
for them.
together.
Yeah.
Good luck in the
Shack!
Baby love shack.
good luck in the woods, you two. Don't get lost.
Yeah.
In the woods.
Speaking of woods, you and friend Teague are gonna be reverse lumberjacks tomorrow.
Yes, we're putting up Christmas trees.
Aha,
at,
yeah,
yeah.
reverse
I think-
Yeah, I was
lumberjack.
thinking it's so good.
I love my crafts, as you know,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna be very good at putting.
You will be. I think you'll do great.
You know, I'll be getting paid.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they give us like a photo of what they want it to look like.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Dennis, you should just go anyway.
I'll just be there and be like rah 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 rah.
Yeah, well,
team.
maybe you should have gone.
And we're also with our great
yeah.
friend of the show slash co-host for the show.
Mhm.
I don't know what.
April. Again.
Brody
April,
Fangirl.
yeah.
Who is
Hi.
with
Well,
us?
she's sleeping with one
This
of
is-
the ghosts.
Oh my god.
Clue,
This
it's not Dennis.
It's not me.
Ooh, Dexter, send us an email at the
Yeah.
Dexperience podcast
Who
at
do you think?
gmail.com.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm April. Hi.
April's
Yeah.
guest starred with us on Tentacruel and Tentacruel and Tentacool and Tentacruel.
Yeah.
And also our
Dragon
last
Ball Z
episode, the
episode.
Dragon Ball Z episode. And today we're talking about Sailor Moon, which I had never seen until we watched this first episode.
Which blows my mind because the thing with Sailor Moon,
It never showed on Cartoon Network.
they had like
Didn't it?
Well, I never watched it.
it might have been on Fox,
Maybe it was on two.
Yeah, it might have been on Fox.
Nickelodeon or Fox Kids or.
We didn't have Fox Kids.
I don't think we had it either, actually. But
Yeah, I've only seen like the title
I could
card.
not tell you what channel.
Fox 8 or
would have-
something.
It would have aired
I
on
don't know.
Cartoon Network, but I have never in my life
Yeah.
until I met you guys heard Sailor
they used to
Moon.
do
Had you
marathons.
not heard of it?
Sailor Moon is like the most probably
Like iconic
influential
magical
magical
Yeah.
girl show in the Western world. Like without Sailor Moon, you wouldn't have Miraculous Ladybug.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have
Good
Steve-
show.
Cardcaptor Sakura. What do you
Cardcaptor
think?
Sakura.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have Steven Universe. You wouldn't have Mew Mew Power. You wouldn't have what is it, Madoka Magica, which is a takedown of the magical girl genre. Like Sailor Moon's like probably.
Chobits.
Sailor Moon like wasn't the first magical girl show, but probably is one of the most influential for like especially Western artists
the
and
Western
makers.
market.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
And like I was like before I knew I was gay, I was like I love this show. But it wasn't just because I was gay.
I just think they're neat.
it was because it was like so well done, like in terms of style. Like the enemies are like super creepy and
Especially in
weird.
God, they're creepy.
Yeah. This is I'll briefly show you the art style of Sailor Moon Crystal.
Is that? Oh, that's the
can you
remake
screen
you're telling
share?
us, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, also
This is kind of what it looks like. Oh
sound.
yeah, you can't hear it, but I'm watching like I think it's like the opening.
Whoa, it's so like.
Oh, it's coming out of the
3D.
TV. Oh, that's fun. So like this is the opening song, right?
Oh my god.
That's so different.
Her neck and head are the wrong proportion.
And people were complaining about
Were
how
they?
like
Yeah. Did you
Oh yeah,
see
is
her-
her neck thicker?
and she looks a bit more like those like chibi dolls. or
yeah,
whatever
people
they are.
complain about their long proportions because this was supposed
That's
to be
long.
like I'll get into it later, but it's super more like faithful to the manga that it's adapted from. And
So is this a complete remake and not like
it
a
is a
sequel?
complete like retelling of the whole story. And so like it like to me like I feel like it takes away like a lot of that 90s charm, but maybe that's why I'm into it. But yeah,
Oh, look at Mars.
It's so much.
Yeah.
It looks so much more dramatic.
it is a lot more
It looks a bit
dramatic.
darker, eh?
Yeah.
That's Venus.
Yeah.
I was like, can I just say that I love that they were like, what are we gonna name this guy? He's wearing a tuxedo and a mask.
Tuxedo Mouse.
Tuxedo mask.
I was like,
that's
Moon
it.
and Venus look really similar, right?
Yeah.
They both have like
Yeah, they're both
long,
blonde.
flowing hair. They're
Yeah.
the same
Venus has her
hairstyle.
hair out and wears orange.
Moon has her hair out.
No, Moon has her meatballs and her long strands.
Oh yeah, but the long
They're like
strands
pigtails.
and the hair out looked. I couldn't tell the difference. I thought Venus and Moon were the same person when I was watching
Oh,
the intro.
interesting thing with Sailor Venus. In the manga, she's actually supposed to look similar to Sailor Moon because she's supposed to be like, you know, the Padme Amidala like double thing.
Yeah.
Like she's supposed to be like the double to
The
take
decoy.
Yeah, to take the heat away from Sailor Moon. She's supposed to be the one to die.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh.
She's supposed in the manga, she's supposed to be the one to die
I love Sailor
instead of
Venus.
Sailor Moon.
Oh, so she's like the. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That-
which-
You know,
that's
so
cool.
as
yeah.
a kid, I was like blonde, and then I turned brunette, and so like I remember just relating to all these blonde characters like Sailor Moon
Yeah.
and like Peach and like Aurora,
Oh, from
and so yeah,
Mario.
and then so like and then I grew
Now
up
you're
and
a
I'm like-
Daisy.
no, yeah, so I'm just like I never related
Hi,
to
I'm
Daisy.
Daisy.
She did wear my favorite color, but I was just like, but now I'm like, wow, that's who I am now. I'm a Daisy.
Oh, Daisy's the superior princess.
I'm a,
We won't
I'm
get
a
into
Sailor
that.
Let's-
Jupiter, but short. What did you? The superior.
Let's
prefer Peach.
Princess Peach is the OG. What Daisy
we're
just
gonna
had
do a
like
Mario
a
one
Game
now,
Boy
or-
game, and now she's just playing tennis. She's just like she's riding the coattails. She's like she's
She's
like
derivative.
she is like what? She's not even like Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. She's like she's like Iggy Azalea.
What?
She's just like trying to copy Princess Peach's thunder.
Poor Iggy.
She's just wearing the dress, copying the same dress. She's trying to do her hair like she's like
Imitation
what
is
is
the
happening?
fairest form of flattery, they say.
Yeah. Like honestly, Princess Peach, she's bringing it.
I can't not look
And
at myself 'cause the
Daisy's
camera's here. My thing.
and Daisy's just like she's like nothing. Okay?
You just berated her.
So like any of you Daisy stands out there, DM me. But Princess Peach is the OG. And I
Peach was the
I will
Meet me on the
I will
Smash Bros. court.
I will debate you on this.
Unlike
Okay.
Mario Kart 64, Peach was
Yeah.
like the perfect balance because she was like light, but also like not so small that she'd get flattened as easy
yeah.
as
I couldn't play
Toad.
Mario Kart 64.
Yeah, I beat you.
Yeah.
I have to go from
But I
Switch.
can't beat you
and I
on
have to go from
anything else.
Switch. It's like
Like
impossible.
any other
to-
Mario
What's-
Kart.
It's impossible to go back.
It's like a different play style, I
It's
think.
a different
yeah.
game.
That's why, like, when I was like, oh, dope, like new Mario Kart. I haven't played this in like 15 years, and then I was like, this is nothing like.
Yeah, it doesn't
64.
translate. I had to play through all of like Mario Kart 8 to figure out like the controls again to figure it out because otherwise I wouldn't have like understood it all.
That's a good
But
point.
just for a quick game, because we got quite a lot to talk about, I suppose. Dennis is gonna bestow upon us our Sailor Moon characters.
Okay.
Start with April.
Okay. April, so you can be an already existing Sailor character, right?
Yeah. So one
That's
of
what
like
we want.
the
Yeah, yeah.
Moon or Venus or Jupiter.
Let's see. You would be, I think you would be Sailor. In terms of maybe vibe, I would say Sailor Venus. You're like, yes.
Hell yeah!
Yes.
I got
yeah,
picked, I
Sailor
got
Venus because like you both kind of have that like affirmative. What is it? Affirmative like vibe, like very go-getter, like on top of things, always pretty popular, and like are just out doing stuff.
I disagree.
But yeah.
Thank you.
You were
what
popular.
I can't
Yeah.
manage.
For
I wouldn't call
Logan,
myself popular. I was a nerd.
Yeah.
Anyway.
for Logan, do you know those Elon Musk satellites that like they're putting in the air right now?
Are you saying that's him?
So you'd like to get Wi-Fi, and everyone hates the satellites because they're like ruining the astronomers'
Ruining
view.
the astronomy.
Ruining the astronomers' view of the space.
That's so silly.
Okay, well,
No, no.
Dennis, you are Melvin.
What?
You know what? I had a note, right, on
You're
Melvin.
gonna call me
I
an
thought you were
Elon
gonna
Musk
say-
satellite, then I'm gonna call you a Melvin.
What?
I made the note. I was like, yeah, you never see a nerdy character called, like, Brad.
Yeah.
Like, it's always Melvin.
Is Melvin in the rest of the... I'd watch this series for Melvin.
I remember
He
his
shows up.
glasses, yeah. I remember
He,
his
I,
glasses.
I cracked up as soon as Melvin showed up.
He has a few stories centered about him at least like once a season, I think.
No, that's
Or he
good.
shows up at least
He's
a
like
few
Ringo
times.
Starr, where they let him
They're
write
like,
the occasional
hey,
song.
Serena. Yeah. So,
I can't hear the name Serena now without thinking, one, of me and April's boss,
Yeah, yeah.
or of Gossip Girl.
Oh,
yeah.
They have the same hair.
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I can't not think of... Me and April just finished Gossip Girl only like a month
Well,
ago.
I think in the Japanese...
Dexperience, Gossip Girl.
Oh, maybe.
That'd be weird.
But you've seen it already. You've watched it recently.
I've seen
Loved
it
Gossip
7
Girl.
times.
So it'd be weird if I like... Well, I would be the newbie in that
Yeah, you would
situation.
be.
I'd be like, I can't believe it. Well, I know who Gossip Girl was, or is. I
Is.
should
Well,
say.
don't give it away on this
I
podcast,
won't,
Dennis.
because there's so many people that need to know. But also, I knew that like they didn't know that was who it was.
Nah, I
They
think they knew
kinda-
into that final
Yeah,
season.
they were just like scrambling.
They're
They were
like,
just
who-
enjoying. That
Who
I
is
feel the same.
left?
That's like the same thing they do with Pretty Little Liars,
I haven't seen
Didn't
that
watch
one.
which
that.
it was like it's kind of like a schlocky kind of drama for like teenagers. Sorry,
I've been
if you're
told I
watching.
should watch it.
If you watch Pretty Little Liars,
My
It's-
flatmates liked it.
it's schlocky.
Schlocky?
Like it's like over the top.
Mm.
Schlocky.
But there's like hot people in it, so who am I complaining? Also, there's like so many hotties in Sailor Moon. Actually, I was like Serena's mom and her teacher are like hottie to trotties, right?
You know
I
what?
didn't really pay enough attention to her mum or the
Really, like they're pretty. Serena's mom is like pretty, like curly blue hair,
Oh, yeah.
and then her teacher kind of looks the same, just with brown hair.
Remember
Are
when-
these so? Wait, is this before Pokemon or was it at the same time? It's way before, right? This is 1992.
I think it's 80s, isn't it? Or is
No,
it
no,
92?
it was roughly the same time frame.
Okay.
I want to say a little bit before Pokemon premiered, like
Hmm.
96.
No, this was
Oh.
92.
What, Sailor Moon?
Yeah.
What? Did you know that?
Yeah, I looked it up before.
Oh.
When's Pokemon?
98.
98.
There you go.
Way before then.
Yeah.
Because I always felt like...
Is it 92? Oh, am I wrong?
No, probably not. Right?
Yeah, I just felt like the older... They were only like 1 year older than me, but I thought like the older kids at primary school like knew Sailor Moon better than I did.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was okay. So the episode we watched, the Dick Dub, this was like
Picked up.
oh,
Sorry, I know what is deek. It's like,
Get your-
Dick dub.
get your laughs out, kiddies. That's DIC. Like it's funny
Deek.
because like at the end of every the episode they'd be like Dick.
Yeah.
They were like it's pronounced Dick. It's like I don't know.
Tell me it's Dick.
So what was emblematic of dubs
I
at
keep
this?
looking at myself.
Wait, which dub is this?
Deek!
Like the Sailor the Dick dub of
The
Sailor
Dick dub.
the Dick dub, and like Funimation, like 4Kids was doing it at this time as well. They were doing, they would like try and localize it to like an extent that they were like cutting up the episodes and moving scenes around, and like
I feel weird.
and like moving like essentially like editing the already edited episodes, which is like it's interesting. I
It's
think.
like retranslating the Bible.
It's like it's like
exactly
they're
the same.
repackaging. It's a transformative thing, which now it's like not the style to do that anymore. But like I can see in some ways how it was good. Like for example, the transformation scene in Sailor Moon, like in the original version, the music's not as like cool, I would say.
That music, the opening.
What a bob.
Since we've been watching
Especially the
it,
opening. Yeah.
The opening is so. I've had that stuck in my head.
Well, the thing
And
is
then
that
I was humming it in my
Yeah,
room, and
yeah.
while Dennis was sitting up in here.
Yeah, we heard you.
We heard you.
We
We heard
both
you
sang it.
also
Oh,
sing.
yeah. The thing is, like, that wasn't the original. I think Sailor Moon. It wasn't. It was just an instrumental, I think. And then the Japanese like people were like, "Oh my god, that's so good!" Like having singing over it. They really liked it, and then I think they brought that into the
Because they also
Japanese
used that
version.
same theme throughout the whole show.
like thematic, like the motif.
Yeah, they use like the.
It's like there's like a lot of effort that went into this, and like
this episode.
a lot of and the
Right.
series in general. But a lot of purists are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that. It was like so you changed it, therefore it sucks.
Oh,
And-
that's a bit lame.
Well, it's like
not canon.
it's like the subs versus stubs argument again, and like I can see that as well. But it's like it's so like this is what I think is why we grew up with it. So it's like quite nostalgically good. It's like, and that's why I didn't really want to watch like the redubbing, because they've also made it more like more in tune with maybe the Japanese version, but maybe it wasn't as good, or maybe like it's not to your taste.
Yeah.
So
I used to be a subs man.
Yeah.
Can't
Did
remember
you?
what I watched.
What did you
Naruto?
watch?
I don't remember. I
Full
actually,
Metal Alchemist?
no. Canon will know.
Zoids?
Well,
I
what
just-
happened in it?
I don't remember. I just remember being told from all my nerdy friends at school that I had to watch the subs. So I was a subs kid, and then I was like, "No, I just want to."
Was it one of those like
Didn't have those
movie
people in
animes?
Nelson?
No, it was like a. It wasn't. It was like it wasn't like
Naruto?
no, it wasn't
Gundam Wing?
Naruto.
Bleach?
It wasn't One Piece. No, it was something like mainstream.
Bleach.
No,
Um,
I will never know.
dude, you didn't watch Digimon.
Nah, I'll never know.
It wouldn't be Digimon, I don't
gone.
think.
Yeah, don't know how to find that.
But yeah, so I mean, we haven't even gotten into like what happens at the
We
start.
haven't.
Like, but there's like the setup is very clear from the beginning that there's like an evil queen who's like trying to
The same name as my grandma.
Beryl, really.
My great grandma.
That's a pretty name.
Beryl.
Really?
Tis.
And they're trying to use the Mega Force.
The Negaverse.
Negaforce.
The Negaverse or
Negaverse.
Negaforce or something.
I think
They say
Negaforce.
Force,
Oh, yeah.
and then they say Negaverse. I
Oh, yeah.
swear.
But then later on, I thought that as well. And then later on, I swear the blonde guy who was working for Beryl or whatever in it, Beryl,
Yeah.
Beryl.
said Mega Force.
The Megaforce.
Yeah.
Nah, it's
Maybe
Maybe they
that's
just
her.
can't make up their mind. Or maybe
Yeah.
I just kept hearing it wrong.
The thing with I think that like first intro where you get all that exposition dump at the start
That was
isn't
almost,
in.
That was almost too much.
I don't think it was in the original Japanese version.
Mm.
It's just
I
like
thought it was short and nice.
it
'Cause
was.
yeah,
it was
the-
a lot though.
Yeah, because the dump of information we get, I'll try to do it because I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
So this is what I got from it. Evil witch type dictatorish kind of lady. There used to be a civilization on the moon 1,000 years ago. Then this witch lady or something named
Queen
Beryl.
Serenity.
Beryl though
No, I know this.
was evil tried to
The
take over
Maleficent,
Beryl.
with like
a
Mega
stone.
Force, and so the queen knew something bad was they were gonna basically lose. So she sent Princess Serena and the Crescent.
Serenity.
Princess.
No. That's Queen
Oh,
Serenity.
Queen Serenity
And Princess
sent
Serena.
Princess Serena and the Crescent Moon wand or
Yeah.
something. And I don't know 1,000 years in the future,
And
but
then
I
all the,
also
you see all of the
we
the
see
Sailor
like
Scouts.
heaps of things getting sent to the future.
Yeah.
Is that also
like the Sailor
all
Scouts, right?
of the other Sailor Scouts?
Yes,
Yeah,
in
I
a
saw
way.
Mars.
Although, like, I think it's a dubbing thing where they are still the same person, but I think it's like souls or something
Hmm.
in the Japanese version. It's not like because it sounds that would be kind of dumb if they just sent them. To
Yeah.
the-
So yeah, but they forgot. Their memories were wiped, is what it said.
There's a bit of it's funny because they try to avoid a spoiler, but it's so obvious that like.
Young Herc was mortal now.
Well, it's like this is a spoiler. Do you mind?
I
would
don't
you-
mind. It's fine.
I know.
I don't know.
I haven't
what-
Well,
seen
it's
it all, but I
like
know
it
what
doesn't take
happens.
away from it really.
Yeah.
It's that Queen Serenity and Serena are the same person.
Like God and Jesus.
I think.
Oh.
Or like not the same person, but their souls are the same. Because I think Serenity does die or something.
Because Serena
Can't
ends up
remember.
wearing like she has the same like outfit.
Yeah,
and
they have the same
everything,
hair and
and I
everything.
assume it's a transformation.
Actually, I'm not sure. Okay, it's not a spoiler because it's still vague.
Oh, I didn't. And then the cat advisors, what were their names? I didn't know.
Artemis
Luna?
and Luna.
Oh, yeah.
Artemis
They
and Luna.
also get sent 1,000 years in the future to watch over the princess and to like help find them again. I was like, that's similar to Dragon Ball, which we
Yeah,
just
I
watched.
was thinking
Like
that it
two
was the
times
same,
in a
yeah.
row, we get a kid sent to a planet to protect. It's more Superman, I think.
Yeah. Well, this one's more like they're refugees, right? Because they're like
Because their moons get.
they're like she's
destroyed.
kind of trying to be Anastasia and like
Well,
get away.
so Dragon Ball was different because it's like straight up genocide,
Queen
and
Beryl
then they
is-
lose their planet.
Queen
but-
Beryl is Bartok. Could you imagine? If she's,
Well, actually,
what's
like,
that song that
This is
Bartok
kind of
sings?
like genocide as well, though,
What
isn't
song?
it?
He's in Anastasia.
Oh, the
The- with the-
bat!
with the
I thought
bugs
you
and
meant
stuff?
Bardock, Goku's dad.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I heard that as well.
Bartok. Bartok.
In the dark of the night,
Yeah,
evil
that
will
one.
find her.
I would love like a Queen Beryl, like just sing.
Revenge will be sweet when my curse is complete. What a great song.
Yeah.
And so then,
I love a good villainess, like her and Queen Rita Repulsa from Power Rangers. I love like a good classically evil female like character. They just got so much style and ooze charisma, and it's just fun
we
to
didn't
watch
see
them.
much Queen Beryl. Did we see her
Yeah.
face?
Yeah.
Yep, we saw her
We saw her
face. She
face.
was
When
sitting
she
in her
was-
throne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
She was,
and then she took over that person's body.
No, that wasn't her. It
Oh,
was,
sorry, that was her like minion.
That was
her
Mel-
minion's
Mel-
minion.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
blonde guy's minion, right?
Yeah.
Who took
Yeah.
over the yeah. But so
the
yeah,
toy boy.
we jump back to modern day and we see Serena late for
Yeah.
school.
Fun-
Classic
Classic.
magic girl gag.
Yeah, it's a shoujo like classic opening. Like the girl, she's late for school.
It's always,
She's running
like,
with
yeah.
toast in her mouth.
Yeah.
and
You
stuff.
got Cardcaptor Sakura. You got like
Miraculous Ladybug.
Miraculous Ladybug. They're all like, they all do it.
It's like it's just a tropey kind of
And
thing.
there's
It's
so many
expected.
so many
thing.
moons in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like her bed's a moon, like moon bedding.
Crescent,
Yeah.
a crescent moon.
Yeah, her
I love that
lunchbox
she's
has
just like,
crescent moons.
Something
on it.
tells me I should put my hair into meatballs every day and have moons everywhere. Something's
yeah.
telling me.
Yeah.
You could have put your hair into like dango buns or
Should
meatballs.
I'd probably have to get some like
Yeah, it would take
attachments. Yeah.
But in Japanese, her meatballs are called dango, which is like
like the food.
buns, like dumplings or
Yeah.
something.
Oh,
That's
that's
cute.
cool.
Yeah, and also
Meatball
Serena's
head.
name in Japanese is Usagi,
Yeah,
which is
Usagi.
rabbit.
Oh, that's cool.
Also, the name of the main character from Bleach.
What is blue?
Oh no,
Is
sorry,
that-
it's Ichigo.
Is it one of
Yeah.
those cases where like a lot of anime kind of like draw on Shinto imagery?
Oh
and
right,
stuff?
yes, because
Yeah.
of the rabbit on the
and then
moon.
like Naruto's got the like nine-tailed fox or something which is also a Pokemon.
Yes.
Yeah, white fox.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Usagi, yeah, is named probably that because there's like that Japanese story about the rabbit like pounding rice or something on the moon,
Oh, that's
making
interesting.
sake. I
There
think.
you
Oh,
go.
I think-
Just making some sake.
But yeah, so Serena's on her way to school and she sees this is messed up.
yeah, these
These
kids.
like three tiny kids just bashing a
Beating
cat.
up a cat.
They're
We-
bashing it. They full on
They're
just
like,
hitting it.
well,
Yeah,
they're terrorizing
terrible
it.
children.
It's so well. That was like when Logan, when you and I were walking, and then there was this person in front of us, and there was just like there was a kitty.
Oh, with the cat there.
and then they kind of
that was
just
last
like she started just like shuffling at it to kind of get it to jump out of the way or something.
week. Yeah.
And I was
You
like,
just walk
I was
around
like,
it.
that was weird. I was like,
Yeah,
why would you do
was
that to
really
the cat?
weird. Yeah.
I'd like to know how two plasters got on a cat's forehead.
I thought the
I
cat
thought
put
the
it there.
cat, the kids did it,
From-
right?
Oh, I thought the cat put it there to hide its like freaky moon thing.
Freaky moon
Oh,
thing.
To like kind of be a disguise.
Really?
Some band-aids.
Yeah. Well, I know that in the English, in the manga version, the band-aids are put on that, and then the cat can't speak because it was like that's its way of speaking or something.
Oh. But yeah, so we figure out the Killigans were beating up one of the advisors. Which
Yeah.
Artemis? Is that Artemis? Or
That's
Luna?
Luna.
Luna's the female cat.
I like
sounding
this
cat.
note that I wrote. Entrusting the future to cats, good.
I love Luna's voice in this because
I
like
And then I wrote,
Yeah.
defender of cats. Serena. Yeah.
Luna was like, my note was, if Yoda was a woman.
yeah, because like they always try in the other dubs of Luna, she just sounds like a lady, like just like, hey Serena, you really have to do this. But like in this one, it's like they've actually made Luna like quite a kooky kind of cat. Like, you really have to do this, Serena.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise,
very
we're going to
fancy.
be shit stuck or something. Like,
Shit, stop.
I don't know.
I thought it was
Shit
very. It had that
Yeah.
kind of like gruffiness that Yoda kind of has as well.
Yeah.
That's why I liked it.
Yeah, she's cool.
in one of the movies of Sailor Moon, like Luna turns into like a hot woman,
Really.
and she has like a romance with this dude.
Oh my god.
It's pretty. I haven't seen it, but it looks pretty good.
It's fun.
Right on.
Yeah.
So then we go to school and Serena gets handed a test that she failed.
Yeah, 30.
Out of 100, that's a F.
That's a straight up F.
And her friends, Molly's from Jersey Shore, apparently.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah.
don't even worry about it, Serena.
But sometimes that accent disappeared.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it came back really
Super strong.
Yeah,
Kind
it
of
was
like
kinda
mine.
Yeah, it was really funny. And then
Let's go shopping.
And then Melvin comes along.
Hey.
Melvin!
I was like, I was gonna almost write like Logan reminds me of Melvin. So
But yeah, so Melvin shows up with his weird. He's got like
those curly,
eyes.
squiggly eyes for the
I love
glasses.
And he's like,
The guy needs some thick
I
ass
could.
glasses.
He's like, hey Serena, I could tutor you.
Yeah.
That's such a good move.
And then we find out that they supposedly hung out to like study before
Yeah.
I think that was a lie.
I think it was
to
a
go
lie.
Told her mum.
shopping.
Yeah.
But he
okay,
got a
yeah.
94?
95.
And he said,
like,
how
I
am
didn't
gonna
even
explain
study.
it? He's like, how am I going to
His
explain this to my
His
parents?
parents were so mad.
It's so
says her
funny
mum.
because it is like well, I would say it's an Asian stereotype / kind of true that like doing well in school and like on tests as well is like really important, especially in the Japanese system. Like how well you do in your like final 2 years of school or of high school is like determines the rest of your life and like what university you can go to and like where you can work and everything. And it's
I
like,
actually just made a connection right now.
what?
So he didn't study, right?
Yeah.
And Serena didn't study, but they were apparently hanging out at night.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I think she was watching
And
Sailor
Melvin's
Venus.
a bit like, ooh.
Sailor V, sorry.
Yeah, maybe I think
You-
Melvin and Serena
Oh my god.
got messy in the library.
No, they. That doesn't even because
That
Melvin.
doesn't even track, Logan.
Melvin gets with Molly.
Logan! Oh,
Which one's Molly?
her best friend?
The best friend.
Really?
I think so.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
That's not
Yeah.
Well, I'm shocked.
Yeah. But then, how do you feel about like suddenly they spending like a minute and a half talking about shopping?
Oh my god, I wrote that all down. I
That
was
is
so
so
annoyed. I
weird.
put it all in stars, like mall, shopping, earrings, pink barrettes, rhinestones, ice cream, shopaholic.
Yeah,
and he's like,
rhinestones as well.
yeah, and then
Rhinestones.
friggin' Melvin's like, she's beautiful, but she's a shopaholic. And I'm like,
That whole scene.
women.
Yeah, that whole scene was like.
Yeah.
I shouldn't do that. That was bad.
The whole scene was very much like this is like a guy's point of view on like
On what like
shopping.
teenage girls
What female? Yeah.
want to do.
Or like it was kind of slightly dismissive of it as well,
Mm.
and also like, yeah, it was just like,
Because I tried
Yeah.
it, like, when I think of things, I can look at this and I'm like, oh, this is weird representation for females. But then I'm also like, I guess it ends up that she can enjoy things like that and be a super strong boss ass bitch.
Yeah.
So, like,
boss ass bitch.
Sabrina?
Yeah. Sabrina, Serena, and Serena.
Sabrina.
April, where do you weigh in on this? Sabrina.
I don't want to, no, nothing to do with that.
Okay.
I don't want to step into this.
I
then
take those.
We cut.
I'm like the Trump administration. I take those votes.
So we cut to the scary moon base,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently the Oracle, whoever that is, has said that it is time to attack the other dimension and unleash the mega whatever we're calling it.
So
because it's negative,
I assume
right?
Beryl's in the Negaverse, right? And she's like trying to send the Negaforce over to Earth. If
Because I
that's
thought
right?
she was on the moon.
Well, I think she is on the moon
But
as
in
well.
another
She
dimension.
sieged the moon.
I have no idea because they took over the moon, right?
Yeah, and like weird, because like that's what confused me.
Wait.
I was like, what is the other dimension? Do they just, is it like an era and they just mean the other world? Or is it like she's in another dimension
Yeah, maybe
and the
she's in a
moon's...
nega dimension.
And like the moon civilization isn't like another dimension on the same
Well,
moon, but
yeah.
like so they don't show up.
It might be that like maybe Serena, the Princess Serenity, like activated some sort of nuclear moon bomb or something, and then sent them to the Negaverse while they sent everyone, all the other Moonians, to like the current
Moonites.
day.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
that was like the only part
I
that
guess,
confused me.
I guess those are questions that they probably would answer or like retcon.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of like early like episode weirdness in terms of like Sailor Moon's powers that we can get into later on.
Oh yeah. And then so they say that they need to get the power from planet Earth.
Yeah. And so, and then they get to the store, right?
Yeah, to the mall.
And it's like 90% off jewelry. I would be there and
She
buying
is
stuff.
freaking.
Yeah.
She's running that lady broke.
Yeah.
That's just
I was
very
like,
sad.
Molly's
That's
mum.
that is lawful.
I
chaotic
felt
evil.
bad. I felt bad for Molly's mom because of, like, even after they're all saved and stuff, she's
How's
gonna
she
have
put
so
food
much.
on the table?
Like,
She is a retail lady.
This shows that you're an adult when you're like, what about her financial situation afterwards?
She has children to feed.
She's like selling diamonds for 90% off.
Yeah, like 10. She was given the 20-carat diamond for $10.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Which-
It also doesn't sound like it should have been only $100 anyway.
No, yeah. Well, Sailor Moon, like before Serena can get any of the stuff in the store, like she gets mobbed, and then she just decides to go home, right?
And then like it also is quickly said the Molly's mom, who is revealed to be Morga or Mega, is using the jewelry to suck the power from all these people and send it to the Force so it can build up its power.
Yeah.
To destroy
Magical
Earth.
jewelry, huh? Miraculous.
Yeah,
But,
it is magical jewelry.
But then, just as she's leaving, she bumps into a mysterious man with sunglasses.
And then after she throws
does
her
he
test,
say? I wrote
he's
this
like,
down.
stupid or just incredibly lazy.
I love that.
And then
It's so
and
iconic.
as she walks away, he does like a sunglass, and he's like, I'm gonna find out who she is.
It's like,
So,
He calls him Meatball Head
Yeah.
too.
yeah.
and then she's like, who was that weirdo? Kind of cute though.
Yeah.
Right? Oh,
How rude.
it's so
Cute,
weird
though.
in this version because that guy is in college or
She's
university
16, eh?
and she's still in high school.
That's weird.
So it was kind of weird, and it wasn't like that in the original.
Hi.
In the original manga or anime, like I think he's just in high school or something.
Oh, okay.
So it's like it is interesting.
And then we find out that then she goes home and gets yelled at by her mum, and she wants to go. Oh no, she looks at the video game store.
Yeah, and she's like, Sailor V. I wish I could be like Sailor V.
So does that Sailor V already exist as Sailor Venus?
It's
or...
not. It's not mentioned in this episode if she's real or not. But she in the manga, and we will find out later on that she does exist in the universe as Sailor V.
And she's already doing her Sailor Venus powers.
Yeah.
And stuff?
Well, the thing, it's like Sailor V doesn't realize that they're Sailor Venus. It's this whole thing where Sailor Venus is Sailor V, and has the powers, but doesn't realize that they're Sailor Venus and supposed to be part of this bigger squad in the manga. Because
so they just thought they had these powers.
well, the way that Sailor Moon began was Sailor V, as in V for Victory, had her own like series, right? And that one, it was like a proto Sailor Moon kind of thing where she was fighting villains and stuff. And then think she was approached for like an animated series or something, or she was asked to kind of consider that. So then she kind of thought about this bigger team group thing, which began with Serena and Sailor Moon and stuff, and all these other Sailor Scouts. And then Sailor V was changed to stand for Sailor Venus.
Oh.
And like that's why I always considered it quite strange how like Sailor Venus's powers were always like a little bit weird or different compared to like Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, and even Sailor Moon. They were slightly different, and it was because like she came first. Sailor V came first. Yeah.
Oh,
I like Sailor Moon.
do all the other sailors exist yet?
No, only Sailor V. The others kind of unlock their powers or stuff later on.
And then from the same thing, we also find out she's a gamer.
Yes.
Yeah.
She wants to
Which
play
is
the
cool.
Sailor V video.
Representation.
And then, then she goes home and gets yelled at by her mum, who says that Marvin's parents said a 95 was very disappointing.
And she said it so lightheartedly because like her kid just got 30 and she's like, Marvin's parents said he got 95 and they're very disappointed.
Yeah. And then she's like, show me what you got. And then she yells at her and says, you have to go study for a makeup test.
Yeah, and then the next time, I think, what does it cut to? It cuts to like Queen Barrels or
No, it cuts.
There were a lot
the
of really
jewelry
quick paced
store.
cuts at
Yeah.
the beginning.
Well, this is like
Oh yeah, it cuts back
because
to
they
the
edited
jewelry
it.
store and like
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Molly's like, "Mom, I'm worried about you," and then she's like, "I'm not your mother, Molly dear."
Yeah,
her
that's so
face-
creepy.
It's like The Shining when it's like,
Yeah.
"Danny's not here right
Her
now."
face changing reminds me
Yeah.
of Scooby-Doo on
Yes,
Zombie Island.
that's what I
It
wrote.
scared me.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the scary cats and you yelled.
Yeah.
And I got
Well,
really shocked.
the cool secret with that is Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island is like an anime in disguise. It was like animated in Japan.
It's good.
So, yeah.
Because like even when what's in it, Mega becomes like a witchy type thing in the fight at the end, she looks like one of the zombies from Zombie Island.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like exactly the same kind of face structure.
And the cat people.
And the cat.
Yeah, yeah.
Fun.
And
Freaking freaky.
but so and then we cut to Serena trying to sleep on bed.
Yeah, she gets
Sleep
home after
on
studying
bed.
all
Sleep
day.
on bed.
And the cat,
Bed sleep on.
the cat breaks in.
Luna sneaks in,
And she just starts talking.
and Serena's like
I've been
freaked out.
studying too hard.
Yeah, it's like Princess Serena,
It's,
you really.
you know what? She says it's like 5:30 p.m. or something when she's home, and it's light outside. And then you cut to when she's like, "I've been studying too hard," and it's still light outside. She's
Yeah.
clearly not been studying.
I
too
can
hard.
relate because sometimes when I'm like reading a book or trying to study, I'm like, I could go for a nap.
He'll go down
Um,
falling down a waterfall.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Luna tells her that she is Serena and that she
Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon and that her job is to protect the princess of the moon, which is herself, right?
Well, there's a spoiler, isn't it? It's a spoiler. But this is an old series, anyway. Yeah, it's pretty much it's her. Well, I think, yeah.
Well, like she is Princess Serena.
Well, the idea
isn't
is,
she?
Serenity?
she's supposed to be like the warrior protector of the Moon Princess.
But she is the
But
moon.
it's revealed that she's the princess.
That's a good message. Yeah, protect yourself.
Because but that is
Yeah.
why she's sent to Earth, because she's Princess Serena to be protected from this, and then she's also Sailor Moon to protect herself.
And to save the future.
Yeah.
That's what because I don't. Is that a spoiler? Because you kind of figured that out.
Well, like if you're watching this, you'd be like, oh, maybe. But like, I can't remember exactly how it all works. Like I think they either killed themselves and then they reincarnated, or I think that's in the. I don't know if it's in this version or not.
Oh my
and
God.
it's the whole thing. The first season ends with everyone dying. That's a spoiler, but
Of this anime.
yeah. I'm serious.
I never saw that far.
Yeah. If you watch it, every character has like a death. And then like Serena fights her off and she uses the last of her strength to fight the bad guy. And it's a whole thing.
Oh my god. So
But it was good. I enjoyed it.
What does Serena say to activate her powers?
Moon Prism
Power!
Power!
And then she kind of uncontrollable body motions of this
Yeah.
transformation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even when she was like, Luna's like, you have to say Moon Prism Power, and she's like, okay, Moon Prism Power. Like,
It's
I was
like
really
it's so
into
funny
it.
because they use like the stock animation that they're gonna reuse for the rest of
Yeah.
the show.
Very,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like remind me of Miraculous Lady.
We've just watched a lot
Yeah.
of Miraculous lately,
Yeah.
and then also you know how she does like that transformation, and then later she goes like Moon Tiara Power
Yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
and then it's like Lucky Charm.
Yeah, well, you
Yeah.
can see
Yeah.
like how they're just going to reuse the animation because
Yeah.
her face goes to a
Yeah,
very
she's
She's
more
serious
confident.
one, yeah,
Yeah.
she's
I was
different.
like, I had that written down. I was like, her like total character's changed
Yeah,
because
yeah.
she's like more confident in the stock animation
yeah.
versus how she is now.
It was
Yeah.
a little jarring, but I obviously like in the next episode when she's more used to it, you'll just be like, yeah, that's what she should look like.
She's got a script down pat.
There's like a lot of like early weirdness in her powers. Like she has like a blinking hair light thing that
Yeah,
acts
that
as like a phone.
notified her like
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's trouble.
She can
That-
hear screams coming from her
Oh my God.
hair bun.
And that never comes back again, I don't
Does
think.
it not?
I like how when she was doing her intro, it reminded me of the Team Rocket
Yeah.
intro.
Oh yeah. Like the motto and stuff. In
Yeah.
the name of the moon, we will punish you.
Yeah, it reminded me of Team Rocket.
I just know that so many kids on the playground like imitated that kind of like
Yeah,
look Sentai
definitely.
thing, which is like so cool.
And then so she goes to go fight. She goes to go help her friend Molly, and she ends up at the jewelry store fighting one of the zombies from Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what happens.
And she she gets surrounded because what's her face?
Molly.
Molly's mom Molly's
What was
mom
him?
has
I was
got
like, I
it
won't write that
going
down.
on.
I'll remember that.
Turns
I didn't.
into like
Yeah,
that
she's
big
like she's
zombie.
taking control of everyone's energies that she's sapped,
And she starts
and-
sending them all towards.
and like I think Sailor Moon's trying not to
Army of
hurt them,
zombies.
and
Yeah.
also like she
Well,
doesn't know how to
She
fight.
starts freaking out, and
Yeah.
Luna's like, "What are you doing?"
And then her
Yeah.
cries. She cries, and everyone's like, no!
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't show up later on, I don't think, as well.
You know, I wrote down, Luna's like, she's so whingy, blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, I wish I could get magical powers from being lazy.
and then the rose is flung into the
It's
thing.
so
Oh yeah,
dramatic.
she's about to be like cornered and
Yeah.
attacked.
Have
And
you
Luna's like,
mentioned
"You got to do
in-
something."
I love
Have
how
you
there's always
mentioned
like
in a Dexperience episode
Yeah.
yet about like the rose trope for characters?
and when we were talking about Tentacle and Tentacle with the
James
rose
puts
on
the
their
rose
Oh yeah, I
on the
was
army
there.
tank,
I didn't-
yeah.
yeah.
and like every time that Tuxedo Master was like do 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 do.
That reminded me because
dun, 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 dun.
Mask of Sorrow, the
Yeah.
one with Anthony.
Oh, then maybe that's where they got it.
Antonio
Banderas.
Banderas.
Antonio
Banderas.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was like one of my favorite movies
Anthony-
ever growing
Yeah.
up. Like I
Banderas.
loved Zorro
Have
so
you-
much, and so I thought Tuxedo Mask reminded me so much of Zorro. I thought he was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Oh, maybe that's where they got the inspiration
Yeah.
from. Have you ever been Zorro for Halloween?
Yes,
Yeah.
he is, but he was a kid.
When I was a kid, I
Oh.
used
He
to
was
go
Zorro.
Zorro.
So cute.
Cute.
Yeah, quite a bit. Zorro was one of my favorite characters.
Yeah. And so like he shows up and does he even do anything?
No,
he
he's
kind
just
of
like
gives her a
he's
pep
just like
talk.
Sailor
Yeah,
Moon.
he's a pep talk.
You've got to use your powers. You got to believe in yourself, basically.
And that's
what he
also
says.
kind of like Cardcaptor Sakura, where like people she's known her whole life end up being people who like Yue, like the moon dude.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, they end up being like, because I think they're drawn to her. It's like this whole, because I think they added a lot of this lore after the fact of like spirit and cloud cards and her magic and stuff.
Yeah.
Because in Cardcaptor Sakura, she's like ends up being like the most powerful witch in the universe or something.
I think we will do it.
She does convert all the cards.
Yeah.
I haven't
we-
seen the
we
episode
do
of that, but April and one of our previous guest stars, Lorenz,
Lorenz.
both
There's the
really
Rams love
enjoyed.
Cardcaptor
You guys had
Sakura.
like a
We
10-minute
did have a
conversation about it.
never
Like,
mind, we had look, I'm on medication that gives me brain fog. I've got an excuse. Stops my epilepsy, but
so
gives me
yeah,
brain
they
fog.
fling the rose, and he gives it, and then she's like, Luna's like, you gotta say moon tiara magic. And so she
And
says
she's
that.
like, she takes it off her.
It looks
I
like
was
it's
like-
part of her face, so it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
always-
thought.
Yeah,
No, it's like
too
it comes
gross.
off. It's like a tiara headband thing.
Oh, that would get sweaty.
But it doesn't mess
It
with
would.
it doesn't mess with her hair though.
But like
Yeah,
I would play like role play. I was like do 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 do.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
thank you.
reminded me a lot of when
Inspiring
thank
story.
reminded me a lot when Miraculous when Ladybug throws her lucky charm
A
into
yo-yo.
the air and it saves the time.
Miraculous has a lot to thank, I think, for Sailor Moon.
Yeah, like when I watched it, I was like, this
Yeah.
is just straight up a magical girl. Like she's late to school. She like
Yeah.
has this transformation and then this magical item.
So yeah, the magic tiara basically envelops the
Molly's
Molly's
nega
mum, yeah, evil mum,
Nigga mom.
and
Yeah.
like
I'm really bad at saying that word.
yeah, and
Nega?
like
N-
betrays.
negative,
I've got-
like negative.
Negative. Thank
Yeah.
you. Sorry. I'm sorry. Cut this out.
I don't know. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, so we blast the mum into smithereens,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, she did.
and that's the episode kind of.
Chi-Chi's pelvis.
Does it
Yeah.
kind of end there?
Well, it's like, oh, we woke up and we thought we had a dream about
Yeah,
this
that's right.
arena.
Yeah,
That
and
was
then-
when I realized all those people were at the mall.
Yeah, they were all like shopping.
No, I thought they were at school the next day.
Yeah,
and
they
then-
were at
But
school.
no, I mean like they'd been at
And
the
like,
mall.
oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
I had the same dream as too. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And then
That's kinda
Serena's
like a
like
bit like
asleep
a-
on the thing, isn't she?
Yeah, she's like tired because I think she stayed out all night or studying
I
or
think this meant. I think that whole interaction was meant to happen at night.
yeah, it was at night.
Yeah, so she just didn't get any sleep. I
So
suppose.
she was probably like, oh my god, freaking out. Maybe she didn't. Yeah.
And then
makes
the
sense.
episode ends there, but then the one that we watched, I don't know if that's in every single one.
Sailor
Sailor
says.
says. Yeah,
Sailor
Sailor-
says. Yeah.
It was what a pep talk.
Oh my
I
god, I
I
love.
wrote down, wow, how relatable, so
Because
inspiring.
in the 90s, they always try to make like kids shows have some sort of learning segment.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
just part of like if you had like a learning segment or like it was education, like how in Captain Planet, for example, they'd do like
I
remember to
love
recycle at
Captain
the end.
Planet.
Even
I am Captain
yeah.
Planet.
And so like Sailor Moon says, and it was really funny when sometimes there wasn't really like a clear lesson in an episode because they'd shoehorn these in.
yeah.
And so like I don't know, a character would just be eating like a burger or something, and like, remember, it's good to throw your rubbish in the trash. Sailor Mars here was eating a burger, and then she probably threw it in the trash. That's right, I did, Serena. I totally did, and it's totally good for the environment. It's all like,
The card captor Sakura versions are like
yeah.
not the same. I think like same vibe, but then it's just Kiro being like, "Let's take a look at Sakura's fashion today." Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they
It's really
did. They
funny.
would like
like,
look at like
waterproof
her
material.
ensemble.
Like,
That's
it's-
funny.
I think it's
Yeah.
part of it to get the runtime up, right? It must.
Maybe.
That's what I found
I
about
love
this one as
Kara.
well. But this one was sometimes the hardest thing is believing in yourself.
yeah.
That's what that
That-
was the message.
Honestly,
inspiring
that's
for
so
doing
true.
Master.
Like people, like it gets said so much. Like you got to believe in yourself that you just ignore it. But actually, if you try and believe in yourself and believe in yourself, you get a lot done.
Dennis
Like, sometimes, yeah, it's good to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. The rest is up to me and
So
you.
thank you, Sailor Moon, for that message.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Sailor Moon.
But that was the
Thank
whole
you, Sailor
episode. That
Moon.
was my first ever
Yeah.
interaction of Sailor
So,
Moon.
what did you think? What are your final thoughts?
My final thought is that was a damn catchy theme song.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And I thought they did a really good job at incorporating just the tunes from that song throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
It hypes it up.
Kept me way more engaged with it. Because, like, we did watch this straight after we watched that first episode of Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
which was, like, really slow and not much music in the middle. And then this one had the really catchy opening, like, all the nice music throughout. I hadn't seen it before as well, so every single character was new. It was really interesting.
Yeah.
And more engaging than the first episode of Pokemon.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
really?
No, I thought that too when I went rewatched Pokemon. I was like, wow, this is really slow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I-
I don't know, it was just like magical powers and
Yeah.
the catchy. I've catchier theme song than Pokemon.
Oh.
That is a
That's
controversial
agree.
opinion.
It's a big
I
take.
actually
But like,
agree.
but like,
God.
if I was
Maybe
like,
I've just heard Pokemon so many
maybe it's just my
times.
music taste. But I was like, that's like a boppy song.
It,
Yeah.
it is like, well, the Pokemon theme
Tune.
is like heavy rock, and this is kind of more
I
like a
wanna
poppy.
be-
But, you know, I feel in a safe space to say this because the other two hosts aren't here.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Sorry,
Yeah,
It's a
Harry.
good-
I
But
feel
I-
like
I-
Harry would have some words for you.
Yeah, Harry would definitely probably have some words.
Next
I'll
time,
t-
cover that
Yeah, we
screen
should
so I
totally
can't
ask-
see myself.
Stop
I
looking at
feel weird
yourself.
looking at the camera,
I
and I
never
can
look-
see you guys.
I
this
never
way.
really look over the camera.
Otherwise,
I
oh,
kinda
look at
just-
me,
yeah,
look
just
at me.
just
I'm
look it up.
trying.
Look at
but
me,
then
look at
my
me.
microphone is here, and it's right in front
Look
of
at
my
me,
face.
April. Look at me.
But
Look
yeah,
at me. Look
I
at me.
really enjoyed this episode.
Would
And,
you watch more?
I would watch more. I think.
Yeah, I got the
If
vibe
I
you
wasn't
wanted
like,
to.
if I wasn't like, or once I finish Super, maybe I will.
I'd be curious to see like if
He'll
you
never
preferred.
watch Avatar.
I will want to. I want to watch this more than I want to watch Avatar.
I know.
Oh.
It's because I've told you
Yeah.
Avatar's good, and now you don't want to watch it.
I'd be curious to see if you'd like if you watch the current dub that's out now and like compare them, and also maybe the new version. Although I haven't seen the new version, but the thing with I have so much to say about Sailor Moon. Like this animated version was an adaptation of the manga. It's like a spin-off in that like it doesn't follow the story beat for beat. Like it has a lot of filler in that. Oh, it's like it's like a lot of filler, but it's not like it's like part of the story, I guess. Like it's like its own thing from the manga, which is interesting because manga was written by a woman, and the Sailor Moon as a whole is predominantly written by men for women or like for girls and stuff. So I always thought that it was quite interesting in that like, you know, that you get stuff like the shopping thing and stuff, or like kind of those things where maybe that it is like it goes back to like the idea of representation and how like it's like Love, Simon. I was listening to a podcast today, and
Love, Simon.
Love, Simon was like a gay movie about like a character in high school, and it was like feel good, and I enjoyed it.
Is it written by straight people?
It was written by a woman.
Oh.
And so it's just like interesting. And also there's this whole thing about like, oh, you can't really like say that because then that makes people want to out themselves, or like is this whole like lots of stuff behind it. But it's like it's the idea of representation is really, I guess,
Who tells your
important.
story?
Yeah, exactly. And like for Sailor Moon, there's like once more of the friends get introduced and their dynamic becomes like a thing, it's like interesting to see how like that perception of how they interact with each other. Like a big complaint is how they all like kind of bicker a lot, which is like more of a guy thing, or like what guys think women do. Or,
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, like catty.
or like even guys like are more like aggressively interacting with each other in that way. Maybe I don't know.
Mm.
And what are your final thoughts on the episode, Dennis?
I love Sailor Moon. Sailor
I
Moon.
like that accent you put on.
I love Sailor Moon. She is amazing. She, I can relate to a lot of Sailor Moon. She's relatable. Sailor Moon's relatable. She doesn't want to do stuff, but then she does it anyway. And I can relate to that, doing chores and stuff. You just gotta get it done. We all need to be a bit more Sailor Moon in our lives.
And because you know this one the most,
Except for with that grace.
do you have any unsung heroes, Dennis? I know who I'd say, but
Melvin.
there we go. Hold your head up high.
Yeah,
Melvin.
hold your head up high.
I think the
Melvin.
unsung hero was with the satellites.
I
That
felt
stopped the astronomy.
Sailor Elon Musk's satellites.
Had a
What
rocket
sailor
launch.
would I be? Yeah, we haven't.
You didn't
Well, I
say
don't
what sailor I was.
You're
He
Sailor.
didn't.
You're Sailor Elon Musk's satellite.
You're Sailor Marvin.
Does he still get to
Alright.
wear the really cute suit that I wish was my high school uniform?
The seppuku.
No, that's-
That's Japanese for sailor.
Wait, how did you say it?
Seppuku.
Oh, because seppuku is like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
disembowelment.
And then April, do you have any
Wait, no.
final thoughts?
Is that what it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was scared. I got it confused
No,
with
no.
Bukaki.
Nah, you can't whisper on these, April.
Yeah, it's that's not how stage whisper works. You're not like your fly is open.
Do you have any final thoughts, April, on the whole episode?
I just last time I watched the first few episodes was 10 years ago, and the one takeaway I had was
So end of
wow.
high school?
Oh, I must have been
It would
15
be,
actually. So
'cause you would have
yeah.
been
17.
Yeah, so 12 years ago because I was 15.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The one takeaway I had that I
was
remembered was
9.
wow, we're in a relationship. I was like, man,
Did you just
she
fist bump?
No.
sorry.
You're like, yes.
My one takeaway was how whingy she is, and I'm
Yeah.
just I can't believe I wasn't expecting
Yeah,
this because
yeah.
everyone's like, I love Sailor Moon, she's so cool, and I was like, why is she so whingy? And
But
it
now-
Well,
really
she
annoyed
grows.
me.
She grows is the thing, I think, which is quite.
Whingy go.
That's a bit like Schitt's
Yeah.
Creek.
Yes,
It's like,
actually.
I'm at season...
Logan, no swearing, please.
I'm toward the end of season
Yeah.
2 now, and you can already tell the characters have grown quite a bit.
Oh, that's nice.
That's beautiful.
I love a terrible person becoming a good person.
That's why
that's-
I love Vegeta.
That's
I
my
love
favorite
Vegeta.
arc because it's it's a very kind of people generally don't agree with that. They're in real life they're go to prison and then you're a criminal for the rest of your life, or and then you get prejudiced and stuff against if you've served time.
We're getting into some Foucault.
Some Foucault, yeah.
Um,
We put the cool in Foucault. Foucault.
Foucault.
Foucault.
Sorry, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna make a comment on Dragon Ball again.
Dragon
But
Ball.
it's a
Vegeta,
common theme
yeah.
that their enemies become their friends.
Yeah, we love to see it. And so,
Boo.
you never know when an enemy in your life will become a friend.
But yeah, this
I'm
is...
looking at you, Sam.
Who is Sam?
He knows who he is.
Yeah, we're looking at you, Sam.
Dennis, I don't think you want to lose a follower.
But yeah,
Imagine if we had someone named Sam,
But,
just calling them out.
yeah, this is probably...
what you
this
did,
has made me definitely intrigued into Sailor Moon. So I'd actually love to watch more beginning episodes
Yeah.
of other famous animes.
Yeah,
Could be fun.
we could do
whole-
Cowboy Bebop,
I've never
Full
seen
Metal
Cowboy Bebop.
Alchemist. We could compare the two.
Card
You
Captor
should watch
Sakura
Full
would be
Metal
fun as
Panic.
well.
I really
Yeah.
like Full Metal
I think I
Panic.
saw a bit of that. Yeah.
But yeah, so
Yeah, Cardcaptor Sakura, definitely.
Yeah.
Dexters, if you've been watching during the day,
We hope you
have
have
a good rest of your day. And if you're listening in the evening, have a good night.
And to all those bad guys out there, in the name of the moon, we will punish you.
We will punish you!
Bye.
Bye,
Tiara
Dexter.
magic!
Moon prism power.
Prism power. Shout out to my Sailor Moon friend, Laura Couture.
Dexperience. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes too.
Dexperience.
Did you go? Dexperience. If you're watching during the day, have a good day.
Dexperience.
Have a good night. Dexperience.
Live your dreams.
Dexperience.
Everything you could want.
Dexperience.
Every